What's up guys, it's your favorite twins, and today we're reacting to Charli XCX's 6th studio album, Brat. It is definitely a Brat summer. Everyone seems to be on board.
Everyone's so JULLIAN.
Everyone's so JULLIAN.
Yeah.
We seem to be the last ones on the ship, but I'm okay with that.
I'm okay.
We're the last one's boarding. This was a highly requested album from you guys, and I'm seeing that it's received widespread acclaim, which makes me really excited to hear the full project. We did react to the music video for 360 on Patreon, which gave us more of a look into what to expect.
Yeah, I feel like with Charli being on the Barbie soundtrack, Speed Drive kind of gave us the hint as to what we could expect moving forward. Definitely. So I'm really excited.
It's said that the album explores the genres of electropop, the illegal London rave scene, hyperpop, club pop, things that Charli's known to, which almost feels like a return to essence.
Charli said that Brat is her most aggressive and confrontational record, but it's also her most vulnerable. So it kind of reminds me of like Chromatica, where you take such a club sound, but add those dark themes, and messages. So I'm really excited. You know, there was a lot of controversy with the cover.
There was.
When I tell you people hated this cover,
hated it,
thought it was lazy. I was not one of those people though. A part of me, I wanted to see what the purpose was, and she wanted it to be competent. I think it's straight to the point.
It is.
Just like the title, it's straight to the point.
I think that it's a tool. To be honest, I think that it's a tool to get us to focus on the music. Yeah. Because I did read that Charli said the reaction to the Brat cover made her realize and see just how much control fans, consumers feel they have over women's bodies and faces, and then artists in general. Feeling like, why do you feel as though you should always see my face? Why do you feel as though I always have to appear on my artwork? So I'm curious about this. I've actually grown to like the cover and appreciate it. I think it's very bright. You see all the memes being made.
Yeah,
so
it works. It works
by doing things a different way. And I think it's important we remember that. Let artists be artists.
But of course, before we get started, make sure to follow us on all of our social media. We'd love to connect with you guys.
And if you're interested in full-length videos and exclusive content, be sure to join our Patreon. It's a whole lot of fun, and we'd love to have you. I think that that's a good representation of Brat. 666 with the Princess Streak. It's like, yeah, we're pretty, we look good, but like we're edgy. There's that edge there too, you know? Like we have a spicier side.
Exactly. I like how loud that got.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
It was funny because during our reaction on Patreon, I said that I wasn't sure how I felt about 360 opening the album. I'm happy to eat my words. Because I think that set the perfect tone. It was a good amount of hype. I think the message being very self-empowering.
Yeah, no, I instantly saw this being the opener. I feel like it's a good blend of something that's a little more chill, but hypes up at the same time, which leaves room for the album to either progress in energy or decrease a little bit. I don't know where we're gonna go, but I think it sets the tone perfectly, and it tells us what the Brat persona is off bat. Someone that doesn't care what anyone else thinks, that's gonna do what they want, that is successful and unapologetic about their success and the way that they go about things. And it's very empowering, like you said. It leaves you with a sense of confidence. So I don't know. It's bold. It's in your face, just like the cover. All right.
Yeah, and, very true.
Yeah, I love all the references to some icons that I'm seeing here. I've kind of cultivated the idea of mother, right?
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, I think it's a cool song. 360. When you're in the mirror, do you like what you see? I think that's the most important lyric.
Important, yeah.
Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now.
Okay.
When I get to the club, I wanna hear this club classics. Club classics. Club classics.
Yes.
When I get to the club, I wanna hear this club.
Woo! I like that.
Club classics. Club classics. Yeah, I wanna dance to me. I wanna dance to AG.
Come on. I want to dance to me.
I want
to dance to me.
I want to dance to
I'm
me.
a club classic. Again, stepping into that confidence and now including herself and saying, yeah, AG, Julia, whoever. I'm in that line too.
Yes.
Dance with joy. I wanna dance to Sophie.
Come on, Sophie.
Okay, so I was gonna say Sophie, her friend. Okay,
Yes.
Black marks all on my coat. Tight like my kind of flow. Yeah,
Hey.
I wanna above the lights.
Whoa! Oh, love this. I like that.
You know what this is want to do? I just want to get my black boots and just
Now you know video.
There you go.
I like this part.
Yeah, I like how deep that got. The echoes, the warm. I like this deep production. That was
Wow,
cool.
that was
a
such
cool
a
one.
different song.
You know what's interesting about that though?
What?
I feel like 360 obviously has a meaning, but I like the fact that this one was just simply fun.
Yes.
Bringing the idea of a club classic back, where you just dance. It's not giving you something to really think about. It's just leaving you with a feeling, and that feeling is just high energy and having a good time. And I like how she brought that back, and the song is about that feeling of what those club classics make you feel.
Absolutely.
So that was a nice concept.
That's what I was gonna say. When it comes to club music, a lot of it, again, in like rave music, it's not a lot of vocal. It's a lot of instrumental, but it's a lot of mix of the techno, the hyper pop.
Yeah.
It's a mix of all of that, and so that's what I really appreciate about this song.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite part was the I wanna dance all night. Well, whatever that little like
a higher vocal
part was, I really liked that. I think that carried a good energy after 360, and I also appreciate the name drops. AG, Sophie, herself, right? Very interesting. I wonder if the entire album is going to keep this sound, or because again, she said it's also very vulnerable. So I wonder when the vulnerability sets in.
I think it already
kind of
starting to. Yeah. I think that one is going to be a moment on its own. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a very versatile project. There's going to be a lot of variety here.
Yeah.
This is not my usual genre.
No.
All right? This is not.
No.
So we are stepping into something that's even new for us, and we're going to embrace it.
Yeah. Here goes the vulnerability. I love that.
Yes.
Love that.
I like how the verses are carrying over.
Wow.
Okay, her range though. Put a light.
I'm gonna have some. Yeah. Oh, this is a good song.
This is it. I need this. Oh yes.
Yes. Okay.
Absolutely.
My favorite so far. My favorite so far. I asked when does the vulnerability set in, and by the next song, the vulnerability starts.
It starts.
Okay. So the second verse, made me think of Twice.
Okay. Yes. I get vibes of Twice.
And
I do.
Twice is my favorite song on that album.
But there was something mentioned.
What was mentioned?
1975, the band. Ooh! So, my thing is, don't want to see her backstage at my boyfriend's show. Fingers crossed behind my back. I hope they break up quick.
Now, bitch, you know I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't hear this from me. Let's be clear on that.
Literally, this was constructed so well because it's almost like you feel like shit. The moment somebody tries to offer that sympathy, it's almost like, are you doing this because you really want to, or are you doing this because you feel bad for me? Like, it doesn't feel genuine, it doesn't feel sincere.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, it's like you're just carving the knife deeper into my back.
Yeah.
Like it's not helping. If anything, I'm questioning it even more than I already was. Asking, why do I want to buy a gun? Why do I want to shoot myself?
Yeah.
Those are very personal questions. So even mentioning that her fiance and me, like, you just don't get it.
I think sympathy is a double-edged sword. You can either take it as someone being there for you, or you take it as somebody feeling bad for you.
Exactly.
And if someone feels bad for you, that means there's something to feel bad for. Which means you have to acknowledge that, which can also make you feel like a charity case, like they're pitying you.
Like it's not.
And it can cut because it forces you to face some things within yourself.
Absolutely.
So I like that she was stuck kind of between how to feel about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
This was a really interesting record.
I love this song.
The placement of that song is throwing me a little bit. It's interesting that we're getting this vulnerable this early.
Yes, like, but very early.
I like it.
Me too. Don't get me wrong.
It's just like, because I actually like that song, and I really think that was actually really pretty.
Really good.
It feels like a glitch in the system. You have this persona of being a brat and being confident and all of this, and then there are those moments in between it all where you feel like this was only a minute long.
Yeah,
and that's really real. Like that's real. And like you have those moments, those insecure moments between, you know, sympathy is a knife and I might say something. And the tone of that song, like it really reflects the thoughts and emotions of that well. Because like my favorite line, but I'm perfect for the background.
Yeah.
Because I'm perfect and I appear to be this way, but I guess Charli is saying as an artist, she still feels like she's in the background. She's been at the forefront, but she's still kind of considered an underground artist a little bit. Like, you know, or more indie pop. I like how she touched on that.
No, me too.
That relationship has to be interesting.
I know, I know. The relationship with Fame and feeling like I like where I'm at.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I should be somewhere else.
And maybe want more.
And want more. What truly lies behind that confidence, or what did it take to get that confident? I
true.
like that.
I've been looking at you, putting holes in your head.
Oh.
We've been talking for months, now I wanna approach ya, but we've been keeping this a secret, and you're surrounded by friends. I wish you don't.
Hey!
I like that. I like that.
Are you thinking about me?
Love this beat.
I'm kinda thinking you are, but then I felt crazy. I'm feeling like I'm on fire, and I'm just wondering what's there now. I wish you don't, wish you don't, think you're getting closer, 'cause I'm getting nervous. Talk to me, wish you don't, talk to me in French, talk to me in Spanish.
Hey, I like that.
Oh Oh man, I
crazy.
liked that part.
That's crazy.
Is it weird if I say that's my favorite part? Talk. Talk
About it.
Being in maybe a relationship, a situationship, and it's one of those things where it's like, dang, I can't read your mind, and I don't know how you're feeling about me, and I wish you just talk. Like, you got these friends, I don't know what they know about us, which is why I love the lyric, I think you're getting closer because I've been getting nervous. Like,
you feel it.
Yes, like you feel it, the tension, and you feel it building up. So I really like that. It's not what I thought it was going to be about. So that kind of threw me for a loop. I thought it was going to actually follow, I might say something stupid.
Yeah, that was interesting. I'm having trouble finding the cohesion between like the sequencing of it, but that's okay. I didn't see any, but that's okay because again, I think that this is just a project that is going to touch on so many different things.
Yeah,
but the cohesion is in the thought process. It's in the thoughts of the album and the overall point of just being a brat. I don't know that this will be one of my favorites.
Okay.
Right? I definitely can vibe. Like, if this came on, I would definitely dance to it. Obviously, it's a little simpler, right?
Yes.
But I did like the verses and the imagery of I've been looking at you putting holes in your head. And to me, it felt more like definitely not a one-night stand, but maybe meeting someone in the club and you're feeling that fire and that connection.
Yeah.
And maybe even wanting more, which is interesting.
Right.
And wanting to take that chance, maybe.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fire and passion in this one. Yeah. Talk to me in French, talk to me in Spanish. I don't care what you're saying, just say something.
Language.
Language, okay?
I like it.
It's okay to just admit me and dance to me.
Well.
Yeah, I heard you talk about me just so I don't know the street. You're obsessing, just confess it. It's alright.
Wait, I know this song.
I'm your number one. I'm your number one.
Wait. This beat in the back, do you hear that?
You're obsessing, just confess it, cause it's obvious.
Oh, she had a statement to make on this one.
What? That's alive. Like that. Oh.
Huh.
Okay.
I like how these songs end. Interesting.
Me too. Charli knew what she was doing with that song. It can begin to sound repetitive.
Oh, it is.
It is. If you let it. But Charli also knew that I'm your number one was going to be the earworm. Therefore, when you got that ear, you know that you have to put the earworm everywhere in the song. Because at some point, that repetitiveness turns to catchiness.
It's gonna stick.
And that's what I felt. That's why I was like, no, I've heard this song in the club. It did exactly what it was supposed to do.
It did. I haven't heard this song.
Really?
Maybe consciously. Maybe I have, but I don't remember it.
Okay.
Like
I know I have. The minute I remember when I was like, wait. Like, I have heard this in a club setting. Therefore, it served its purpose.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like ironically that one could be one of my favorites.
Really?
Just for encapsulating, is that the word I want? Everything that I feel like the album is supposed to represent in terms of sound.
I think I know what you're getting at. I felt it was a little bit grungy.
Yes.
So it definitely had some grunge to it.
Yes.
It definitely was repetitive, but you hit the nail on the head. That's the point. I think this leaves a lot of room for like DJ mixes.
Yes.
It leaves a lot of room for different club settings.
Absolutely.
Which again does bring us back to the point of club music.
Yeah.
And just appreciating it. Again, it might not be something I listen to like on my own time.
Okay.
But I definitely vibe to it mixed in with something else or by itself because I do see the catchy aspect of it.
Yes.
I do see it. I love the fact that this song though focuses on what feels like the lifestyle and the complexity of who Charli is. Cult classic, right? But still pop. So again, visiting themes of like sympathy is a knife, maybe.
Yeah.
She goes against the grain. She does things her way, and sometimes that can be off-putting for people. But somehow she blends it well. So kind of just stepping into that, I guess the idea, like I read that she kind of misses those Paris Hilton days. Where there was something about being an it girl. Not everybody was an it girl.
Like, you don't do anything.
You don't do anything.
You're just
that girl.
That girl.
And it's really nothing more to it. I get money, you get mad because the bank's shut.
Yeah.
Damn, the bank's shut. It's not like the account's closed. The bank's just shut for you. It doesn't open.
Yeah.
It's like balancing the shallow idea.
Yes.
With that confidence. I like that. It was a cute song. It's a cute song. Yeah. But it should have been called number 1.
Tattoos under the tan skin, Jesus Christ on a plastic sign.
I thought she's describing somebody.
Early nights and white sheets with lace curtains. Capri in the distance. Bad tattoos under the tan skin, Jesus Christ on a plastic sign. Early nights and white sheets with lace curtains. Capri in the distance, in a place that can make you change all in love. Be 4 generations make up a family. Lemons on the trees and on the ground. Sandals on the stairs with the scooters. Neon orange drinks on the beach. Pompeii in the distance. In a place that can make you change. Fall in love again and again. 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 Fall in love again and again.
Where are we going? I love the echoes in the back. It keeps it melodic, and I love that. I'm sorry to interrupt the system.
No.
It can be repetitive, but even with the repeating, adding a different element can keep us
I like
engaged.
it. Yeah, that's why I want to see how it builds up.
Is that the drive and rain?
Oh, I thought I was going to go into the song.
I thought so too.
Oh, I was so ready.
Everything is romantic. I like the meaning of that one. Because it felt like finding the beauty in anything. Bad tattoos, winding roads.
I feel like finding the beauty in chaos.
Yeah, almost. I was reading, maybe the repetition is to serve as that reminder. Like, fall in love again and again and again and again, and keep falling in love.
Yeah.
Because it's not something you should run from, not something you should be scared of. But I think it's just about finding the beauty in life. And she's talked about the complexities of hers, but this is a reminder to even find the beauty in that complex life.
Yeah.
I was reading, presumably, Charlie stops in Sorrento, the Italian capital of love and evening walks, located between Capri, an island in Italy with a heavenly climate, and Pompeii, a legendary city destroyed by volcanic eruption. So even, like, adding those elements of, like, storytelling
beauty
almost, or, like, history. Beauty and disaster.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, everything is romantic.
Yeah, I liked that one.
That was cute.
That was, yeah.
Sometimes
Love that.
Sometimes I go back in time to when I wasn't insecure, to when I didn't overanalyze my face shape. But honestly, I'm always thinking about my weight. I used to never feel embarrassed when I call up with paparazzi. Hate these doubts that keep running through my mind. Sometimes I really think it would be cool to rewind.
Like before fame, maybe?
Yes. I like this one.
I used to go and see these full of songs I didn't know. I used to sit in my bedroom putting polish on my toes. Sometimes I really think it would be cool to rewind. I used to never think about Billboard, wondering about whether I think I deserve commercial success.
Yeah, revisiting that.
I just wanna rewind. Yeah, please rewind. Yeah.
I was really gonna say I hope it ends
Yes,
rewind.
absolutely. That was smart.
Okay. Safe to say, it's up there with Sympathy as a Knife.
It is.
I loved that one, actually.
Damn.
I loved Rewind. That was a good song.
Same.
I kind of like the callback to questioning. I like where I'm at. I wish I was somewhere further. But at the same time, I don't like where I'm at, and I wish I could go back to a simpler life where people didn't know my name, where I wasn't chart obsessed, where maybe it could just be about the music again, and it's not about the statistics and the numbers. You know, I feel like numbers and statistics have really ruined the industry because it's all people focus about, and they don't just enjoy music anymore. When music came out, we didn't care if it debuted at #1 or 97 on the chart. It didn't matter. We didn't think twice about it. If it was a hit in the streets,
it was a hit in the streets.
It was a hit in the streets.
If it was a hit in my house,
it went #1. Almost like going back to like when you first fall in love with something, and it consumes you in the most positive way. I really like to rewind.
I agree with that analysis. I do.
Yeah.
I think that's really what it's about. Like just wanting to rewind to where accolades didn't mean everything. Accolades do not define success because you define success. Sometimes for an artist, you know, success is simply releasing their work, simply completing it. Simply being able to write a song and get those emotions out. That is success.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think that just the pressures of being famous and the pressures of having a fan base, having a following, and being watched.
Yeah.
It can be miserable at times. It can, and it really sucks the fun and the enjoyment out of what you once loved.
Yeah.
So again, I agree with you. Revisiting the earlier elements of the album was really smart. This was vulnerable. This was catchy. I think we can all relate to it. We all sometimes want to rewind to a simpler time in our lives.
Yeah.
I think this was great.
Always on my mind. Every day, every night, your star burns so bright. When I'm on stage, sometimes I lie. Say that I love singing these songs you left behind. And I know you always said it's okay to cry. Wish I tried to pull you closer. You pushed me hard, made me focus. Hero and a human. Track was done, I'd make excuses. Now I really wish I stayed. Always on my mind.
I'm going to
Every day, every night, your star burns so bright. You had a power like a lightning strike. When I'm on stage, sometimes I lie. So I know I can cry, so I cry. Guilty feelings keep me fractured. Got a phone call after Christmas. Your sounds, your words, live on endless. When I make songs, I remember things you said, just make it fun. So would you like this? Maybe just a little bit. Always on my mind. When I'm on stage, sometimes I lie. Say that I love singing these songs you left behind.
Wow. Wow.
Definitely one of the most vulnerable songs so far.
Yeah.
And prior to reading, my eye caught that this song was about Sophie.
Yes.
One of Charlie's close friends that has passed away.
Yes.
One of just this culture's icons.
Yeah.
And I think this is such a thing to dig into because there are so many emotions that rise when people close to you pass away.
Yeah.
And sometimes one of those things can be guilt. Could I have done more? Should I have done more? Was I selfish?
Yeah.
You know, we all go through our own things.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes with that comes isolation. But when we isolate or when we just focus on what we're going through, a byproduct of that can be negligence.
Yes, absolutely.
To what else is going on around you.
Absolutely.
I think that's something very relatable. Whether you're on the receiving end or on the other end, right? So I like the vulnerability of that and just saying, so I can cry, it's a release. I can release. And just reminiscing on how that loss feels. Talking about the admiration that Charlie has for Sophie and how she looks up to Sophie and still to this day, what an impact Sophie has. I just think that's a beautiful remembrance, almost like a memorial.
Well, absolutely.
You know, and I think it's a beautiful thing to add to this album. That's very layered.
Yeah. Once we read that it was about Sophie and the song started, I was like, Okay,
I was like, am I about to cry?
Yeah, I was like, okay, let me keep it together just because I felt it. I think lyrically this is my favorite. Well, I'm actually gonna say this is my favorite song.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
So far.
It is your favorite? Okay.
Like, I think even when the album ends, I think So I is going to end up being my favorite song. Thinking about like, wow, like grief is such a process. There's such a process to grief.
Yeah.
But yeah, Charlie, I that was a very, very well done song. I feel like that also could have been on Crash.
Yeah, I could have heard that.
Yeah.
I could have heard that.
Yeah, that was good.
Wow.
It's so confusing sometimes to be a girl, girl. How do you feel being a girl? How do you feel being a? Yeah, I don't know if you like me. Sometimes I think you might hate me. Sometimes I think I might hate you. Maybe you just wanna be me. Sometimes it feels a bit awkward because we don't have much in common. People say we're alike. They say we've got the same head, falling over and failing, and you can't tell what you're feeling. I think I know how you feel. It's so confusing sometimes.
Okay.
You're all about writing poems, but I'm about throwing parties. Think we're totally different, but opposites do attract. Maybe we're so meant to be. One day we might make some music. The internet would go crazy, but you might still want to see me.
Yes. You know what? Yeah.
It's so confusing sometimes.
Yes. Okay. Well, yes.
Well, yes.
Well, yes.
Let's talk about controversy.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
How do you feel being a girl? That girl, an industry girl, is really what this is about, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it's about.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That second half of the song definitely revealed a lot, I feel like.
Yes.
Because girl was so confusing at first. But the song was definitely getting at, I think, being a girl in this world, right? And how you can sometimes be pitted against each other and feel like you're automatically placed in competition.
Absolutely.
Whether it's how you look, what you do, how you walk, how you talk. Especially when you think about like the brand of being a brat, right?
Absolutely.
You are competing like by default, especially in an industry, right? The industry is known to pit women against each other. So the fact that there were more elements that came in, you know, I read it could have been Marina, right? But then I read it could have been Lord. Then I read there was a remix put out of this song with Lord, which kind of serves as confirmation. It wasn't so directly about the industry.
It wasn't, but
till the very end.
Ooh, that second verse, you're all about writing poems. I'm all about throwing parties. You should come to my party and put your hands up. I'll just do a track. Like going out to dinner, we have nothing in common. Like the internet would go crazy if we put out some songs together. Then put out a song with Lord. It just if you want to talk about ending a beef.
That was
Girl
cool.
So Confusing was
that was interesting.
That was
the fact that
a
there's a remix, we gotta hear that.
I know.
Okay. We're going to the Garden of Eden. Interesting.
Yeah. Why it's called Apple. I like that.
Do you bear fruit? Family.
Yeah.
Reproduction.
Yeah.
The thought of becoming maybe a mother.
Yeah.
Right? Keeping the seeds.
Right.
Planting, growing. Definitely about family. Which I didn't think that was something that we would get into.
No, me either.
But she got into the generational, maybe trauma a little bit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Got into maybe some fears.
Yeah.
Right? What was rotten about the apples maybe and makes it scary to start your own because you don't want to repeat the same mistakes or pass anything down unintentionally.
Absolutely.
This was great, and the songwriting on this was actually probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was really good.
Even related back to Speed Drive a little bit.
Yeah.
And that rush, which is kind of reflective of Charli's persona and brand, which is very fast-paced, is that maybe an escape.
Yes, and I also think that maybe like I take it as like visiting parents and then realizing, okay, like this is why I left. Like,
this is why I left.
I need to go.
Yeah.
I need to go, and then what you did to me is not what I'm going to carry on to my kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's a great sense of vulnerability, a new perspective, and a new theme.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I do too. Hey.
Back to back.
Don't ever do that again.
I will never do that again.
Stay in your frame.
I will literally never do that again.
Oh, this is catchy. That's it. The use of the word muscle, so building up the ability to be strong.
Strong again,
and
yes.
move on.
Yes.
I'm not going back to back to back, back. Nice.
Okay, wait, I like this one.
Wait, I like this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna give 10s where they're due.
A well-deserved like.
I will, because
Okay.
that was actually, I'm gonna give,
B2B?
yeah, I am. I think that was a good song. And I said let's get to it because I didn't know where we were going, but once we got there,
You were happy you were at.
I understood
And you didn't want to go back.
why it took so long to get there.
Okay. I like this song, but I do wish there was a little more meat. Maybe another verse or some other lyrics in there, because it just, again, was a little repetitive. This is supposed to be an earworm. It's in the club. Like, this is, I get it. Trust me, I get it.
Yeah.
Just so I guess from a songwriter standpoint, or if I was to cultivate that on my own, okay, the comments are going to say, well, you didn't.
Well,
And I didn't.
You did.
And I didn't. You're right. It's not my song. But if it was, I would have just added a little more.
Maybe some different elements. Like a couple different ones.
Or some lyrics.
Yeah.
But it definitely, this is one of the catchy songs on the album.
Oh,
I
yes.
think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see that being a single.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. and she's out there in a sheer white dress, wearing last night's makeup, all coquettish in the pictures with the flash on. Worships Lana Del Rey, hedonistic with the gravel jaw and dead eyes. You say she's anorexic and you heard she likes when people say it. This one's for all my mean girls. This one's for all my breakup boyfriends, hot girls. For all my devastated hot girls.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. and she's out there with the razor sharp tongue, calls and daddy while she's fingering a gold cross. And she's kind of fucked up, but she's still in vogue. Yeah, she's in her mid-20s, real intelligent. You say she's problematic, and the way you say it's so fanatic. Think she already knows that you're
Obsessed. What?
This one's for all my mean
Oh. Sound effects? Okay.
And so probably.
Always.
How we feeling?
That has radio appeal, single appeal.
Absolutely.
It definitely does. It's catchy.
Yeah, it is.
It is. But somehow it is one of the less exciting ones for me.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah, I can't say it's.
Yeah, I appreciate the point, though, and I appreciate what it adds to the album, because it definitely touches on, like I said, the brat persona from the outside looking in, what it is to be an it girl, what it is to maintain that.
Yeah.
And kind of, I like how she like used the lyrics of people's perception, what the public might say.
Absolutely.
Like, this one's for all my mean girls, my bad girls, my break your boyfriend's heart girls.
Yeah.
You know, how they see us.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
so I liked that aspect of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the energy just kind of fell flat a little bit for me.
Yeah, it's not my favorite. I do really like it lyrically. But I feel like coming towards the end of the album, it makes sense. Like, I can't say that I would see this anywhere else on the record.
Yeah.
But it's just not one of my favorites. But I think it's necessary for the Brat era and Brat persona. I think it's necessary for that.
I think about it all the time, that I might run out of time, but I finally met my baby, and the baby might be mine, when it gives my life a new purpose. I was walking around in Stockholm, seriously thinking about my future for the first time. It was ice cold. I went to my friend's place and I met their baby for the first time. She's a radiant mother and he's a beautiful father.
Okay.
And now they both know these things that I don't. I think about it all the time. Would it make me miss all my freedom? Think about it all the time. I think about it all the time. If I don't run out of time, would it give my life a new purpose? Think about it all the time. And they're exactly the same, but they're different now. Had a conversation on the way home. Should I start my birth control? Cause my career feels so small in the existential scheme of it all. I think about it all the time.
Okay. I love the message.
Okay.
I love the meaning.
Yes.
Borderline hate the song.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
I think
Even though she met her baby and the baby might be hers?
No. Thinking about my baby. I love it.
Yeah.
Sonically, it's throwing the hell out of me. And maybe, to me, this is very satire.
I do think there's an element of that in there. For sure.
Because that is not...
Okay.
I love the idea that she is thinking about motherhood.
But you don't want her to reproduce this.
I don't want... Like, don't talk about it over this beat.
Yeah, okay.
As I was saying, I have to look at it like there's a bit of satire in it, which there is, right? But also a great hint of vulnerability. I just...
Oh, absolutely.
Your thoughts?
No thoughts. The way she approached it is definitely more abstract, I guess you could say. It's definitely a more abstract song. But it fits within the genre, like the talking through it and the randomness of it, kind of, and just kind of saying any thoughts that come to your head. So I understand the intention behind it. It isn't my style of music. But I do appreciate the vulnerability, revisiting a theme similar to Apple, because...
Yeah.
That party girl lifestyle, that it girl lifestyle...
Gives people the wrong impression.
Yes, and it isn't always forever.
No.
So you wonder, okay, what is life after this?
Yeah.
Right? And what does that look like? So I love the line that I finally found my baby, the person she's with and may spend the rest of her life with.
Yeah.
And then there might be a baby.
Yeah.
Along the way.
That's
so I think that's a nice moment of reflection within the album.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That takes 360.
It does.
Wait, is that
this
video
whole thing? Yeah, this whole
Wait, is this like...
Oh, because it's fine.
Oh!
Okay.
Full circle.
When I'm in the club, yeah, should we do a little key? Should we have a little line when it goes?
A little keychain?
French manicure, like with the residue, brush my hair back, look hot when I'm. No, I really don't stop when I'm. Till the windows crack, I'll be. No, never go home, don't sleep, don't eat, just do it on repeat. Keep. Meet me in the bathroom if you're 365 party girl. French manicure, wipe away the residue, brush my hair back, look hot when I'm. No, never go home, don't sleep, don't eat, just do it on repeat. Keep.
Oh, this is definitely underground.
Should we do a little key? Do it on repeat? Keep. I'm in the club, yeah, I'm 365 party girl. Should we do a little key? Should we have a little line when it goes real wild when I'm.
Nice.
Cute.
Cute. Okay.
Definitely to me, just a remixed anthem of 360. but in the sense of we party 365. So I'm bumping that.
Yes.
365 days of the year.
Yeah, like the party continues is how I look at it.
Yeah.
It's a very nice outro.
Yeah.
I did zone out a little bit just because I think it was a lot for my brain to take in.
There were a lot of elements there.
Who the fuck are you? I'm a brat when I'm up in that. But I think the whole point was just like, we're going to continue this lifestyle. We're going to continue the lifestyle of being a brat. You know, we can have all these thoughts and we can talk about them. But at the end of the day, at the end of the album, this is what we're going to do. We're going to party.
This is what we're doing. Exactly.
We're brats. This is what we do.
Yeah.
So I did like that.
Yeah.
It was a cute outro. It took it out nicely.
Yeah. Well. Charli makes being a brat feel nice.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we sat down when we were ready to take in this kind of music because, again, this isn't what we primarily listen to.
Yeah.
However, we don't shun from it. And I like the fact that Charli still adds a lot of those pop elements, whether it's hyper pop, pop punk, just things like that. There really is no sequencing, quote unquote. I think there's a lot of callbacks. But there's no real sequencing. But at the same time, I feel like with club music, it doesn't really require all of that. No. It really is just feel-good music. I was very impressed, especially after, coming after Crash. To me, there was a lot to live up to. And I think it did.
I think it did. Crash was a more concise body of work, and Brat is more expansive.
Yes.
But it did feel like a never-ending party, and even though it had like its ups and downs in pace, it was still very cohesive, especially in the callbacks and the meaning.
Yeah.
And I think the prediction from the beginning was right. Brat was going to be about just the lifestyle, what it is to be a brat, and return back to that club scene.
Yeah.
So I appreciate Charli keeping this kind of music alive. I did love the complexities that it explored when it comes to being a star, being a brat, being an it girl, being in the spotlight.
Yeah.
The pressures of that, what it is to maintain that. I think that that's an important thing and very real thing for Charli at this point in her career because she has an image.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
But I think toward the end of the album, for sure, I think about it all the time. Apple, Mean Girls even, I would say.
Yeah.
And things like Sympathy is a Knife, we've started to see that those layers get pulled back a little bit more of what's behind that party girl image, the thoughts that do occur, the regrets, the guilt, the loss, you know, the dreams, the aspirations that are there, and overall just still human. So this was a very, very cute record, I must say. What's your top 5? Do you have one?
Well, first one is definitely So I. That's my number one favorite. Sympathy is a Knife, Rewind, 360, and B2B.
Okay, I respect it. I respect it. In no particular order, I'm gonna say Sympathy is a Knife, 360, Rewind, So I, and I might say something stupid.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is a solid top 5.
I'm pretty sold on those.
Yeah, but of course, we want to know what your top 5 is, so let us know down below in the comments.
If you enjoyed watching this react, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications, that way you know when we upload. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Oh, love that! No, I'm glad Charli was serious about this song.
I gave you guys a top 5, but that's number 6.